everyone getting in. We do have all the being OP is hard right in. They're all in, and red team funneling in here as well.
Well, let's go ahead and have a look at the builds for being OP is hard while we're waiting on the red team to come in here. For the Kruk, we have 6 runes of the Scholar. He's got a short bow, as well as a dagger pistol in the other option, as well as a soldier's amulet with a berserker's jewel.
And I think this was switched up a little bit. I think he was running a sword dagger as well as dagger pistol before, so he did opt for that short bow to get that extra mobility around the map. Still running that soldier's amulet for that tankiness though.
Indeed. Moving right on to Skyreen, he's got 6 runes of the Nightmare, a scepter and dagger set up in his primary set, and a staff secondarily. He's got a carrion amulet with a carrion jewel.
So still running the same build as earlier, that 0-20-20, 0-30. With actually no, he did swap out Spectral Walk for Signet of Undeath, so they are gonna have that really good resurrection plays right there. The perma revives, those will be pretty good for mid fights.
All right, moving right on to Soundbite, we have the engineer with 6 runes of Balzahar, and he's got a rifle as his primary weapon with a sigil of superior geomancy, and the Rampager's amulet with a carrion jewel.
Yeah, so running 30-0-0-20-20, not swapping out anything from before. We are seeing a lot of people without Balthazar rune on their engineers today, getting the extra burning in there, so really cool. And also running that Rampager, so with the rifle you get a nice hybrid of condition as well as burst damage.
Alright, moving on to Barrack Tank, the tank of the group. He's got 6 runes of the Soldier. He's got a hammer with superior energy and scepter focus with life energy, as well as the Cleric's amulet with soldier jewels.
Yeah, and again, the typical, not typical, but the same Guardian we build, we've been seeing a lot of people using the hammer for debunkering, and then Scepter Focus is really good at setting up bursts with team.
Alright, and then to Nothing E with 6 runes of the Balthazar. He's got Pistol Shield, as well as a Rabbit Amulet with Rabbit Jewel.
Again, that Balthazar rune's going for the burning damage, running 35-0-20-15. Pretty much every engineer today picking up that speedy kits for that perma swiftness, perma vigor, and then he is running the cleaning formula 409 still, so still getting that condition removal.
Alright, going right over to the red team, we've got Kaboom once again, running 6 runes of the Balthazar, Pistol Shield, and carrying Amulet with Rampager Jewel.
Almost an identical build to Soundbite. He is running 30-0-0-20-20 though. Again, the Balthazar runes for burning.
To Matrix E, who is running 6 runes of the Ogre, a staff, and a Valkyrie Amulet with Berserker Jewel.
Again, yeah, that staff is just going to be used in the beginning for the swiftness buff. I believe he is Scepter Dagger. Running 0-10-0-30-30. Going to be great in team fights, and with Arcane Wave, he's still going to have a decent amount of burst damage and survivability with Lightning Flash and Mistform.
Alright, OV is up next, and he has 6 runes of Dwayna. He's got the short bow and the sword torch setup going still, and the Shaman's Amulet with the Cleric's Jewel. I believe that's the same setup he had last match, right?
Yeah, the same exact setup he had as last time. Really great 1v1. Gonna be home point, and then probably pushing towards mid after the beginning of the fight.
Alright, and then we have Starconi, who is 5 of 6 runes of the Eagle, 1 rune of Divinity. He's got Sword Pistol in one set and Great Sword in the second. He's got a Berserker's Amulet with a Berserker's Jewel.
And he actually did swap out his utilities. I don't think this was swapped out before. I don't think he was running it last game. I'm not positive though. But yeah, that Signet of Illusion right there. So he is full on Phantasm build right now. 20-20-0-10-20.
We'll see how that change-up works
really,
for him.
Really good.
And then I'm a pimp. 6 soldier runes. He's got the hammer and Scepter Shield going. He's Cleric Amulet with Soldier's Jewel.
Yeah, and again, almost the same exact. Actually, I believe that is the same exact build. Oh no, yeah, his traits are a little different. He's running 0, 5, 5, 30, 30. He does take the Justice's blind trait in Radiance. That does a AoE blind when you use Virtue of Justice. Really good with stomps on classes like Necromancer, Engineer, Warrior, when you don't have your stability up.
All right, and that is the item builds. Once again, we should be fairly familiar with Nifl. For the sake of time, we will go ahead and skip the video this round since you've seen it a few times already, and we trying to catch up a little bit to our schedule here. So if you go ahead and let them know we are ready, we can get started here very shortly as soon as all the players are also ready. For those of you who may not be familiar with this map, there are 3 points, Henge, Keep, and Mind, as well as 2 specific interesting features in the bosses. We've got Svanir and Chieftain Udahein, each which provide 25 points, as well as 50 to all stats on the team that kills it for a short time.
And we do have someone. No, sorry, both teams kind of trying to troll me right now. Not starting. Yeah, both teams having problems with their sigils, I guess, trying to test them out.
Okay, maybe I will turn on the video then.
Yeah, go ahead and pop that video up real quick, and we'll be starting the game very shortly.
Here we go for the introductory video for Niflil.
Hello and
And we actually have the match starting right now, so if we want to...
Never mind on the video then. Back to the game. Actually start Steam. GG.
Last chance to nail down your strategy.
Nope, video's still going. Let me turn that off.
So both teams getting the swiftness buffs out there. Looks like Red might be doing a little bit of a cross here.
It looks like they're both going to run each other in the middle here as they run face first into each other. Blue's a little bit slower on there, so they're going to come up behind the red team here as they're trying their best to poke down the back of that line from the red team as red is rushing so heavily for the keep. Looks like they're going to get to the keep first, but hey, Skyrene's not so far behind. Staraconi's already down, however, and running into a lot of difficulties there as he was caught in the back. Both teams have captured their close points. Neither have gone to their bosses yet. Barrack Tank fighting against Matrix E for the keep there. Looks like Plume did a good job of knocking him out of there, so should have nice progress towards that point, but got knocked out himself. Looks like Staraconi went down. Ovi's in a lot of trouble here. It looks like he's going to die to Kruk here. Oh, well. There we go. Ovi is taken down as well, and Red's off to a beautiful start here.
Absolutely, Blue is doing fantastic. Red is doing pretty good in this mid fight. I mean, it is just a 1v1. Actually, the Ellie versus Guardian mid. But You Are the Future is actually doing really good right there. Maybe once they get some backup, we're going to be seeing a bit of a different fight. But Blue team currently does have that 19-point advantage, as well as 2-0 as far as capture points go.
And Barrack Tank does go down in the middle of that. Is Matrix E going to be able to get the stomp in? Yes, he does, but here comes the rest of the blue team to contest the keep here. Now with 2-0, the blue team is getting a large advantage, despite Red's earlier great performance in that initial engagement. But Soundbite taking a lot of damage here. It looks like Blue's having some trouble staying alive against the red fight in the keep. Soundbite stomped already. That leaves Skyrene all alone against Matrix E, and I'm a pimp. And looks like Henge is now contested as well. Let's have a look and see what's going on over there real quick. Nothing E is down by Staraconi. Staraconi looking that they may be able to finish him off unless some help comes from Blue, which here it is. Barrack Tank is here to get Nothing E back up, and Staraconi and trying his best to get that stomp down, but it's not going to be enough. Staraconi in a lot of trouble now as Nothing E chases him off. Krunk fighting 1v1 against Ovi over in the mine. Meanwhile, the keep has gone to the red team.
And yeah, red team does have that point advantage now. Nope, no, it is 1-1. Red team does have the keep, though. If red is actually able to take mine right here, if they're able to get Kruk, Kaboom is heading over, then you are going to see that 2 advantage for red team. It looks like it might happen. Kruk might have to get out of here. I don't know how long he can 2v1 Ovi and Kaboom.
And so the longer he holds them off, the better there. And finally, Chieftain picked up by the blue team. Svanir still waiting around to be killed. But that gives a nice lead to the blue team despite their 2-to-1 point disadvantage at that at this juncture, but they're quickly going to start running into problems unless they get that recaptured.
And blue team is doing fantastic damage there at mid as well. Soundbite and Skyrene just sitting up top, blasting down at red, and it is a 4-on-2 fight right here, but red team does have some backup.
Yeah, Soundbite is still running into a lot of damage there as this fight. Matrix E going right in on him. I'm a pimp right in the way before he could get back to the point. As Soundbite goes down. Oh, wait, just about to go down right there. And he will eventually go down when he gets a little bit more damage on him. There he goes. Soundbite is finally down now. But Barrack Tank there is there to knock everyone back and get the revive down. Soundbite still taking a lot of damage here. Nothing he running into some trouble over the henge, but this is not where I want to be looking right now. Barrack Tank doing his best to hold off in the middle of this point here. Soundbite is just fighting for his life once again. Crunk Barrack and Soundbite as well as now Skyrene all fighting for this keep point, trying to wrest this point away and secure it. Kaboom being forced out of the point. Looks like blue is going to be able to pick up the keep unless red team can get some in there and pretty fast. But
red team does have both those side points right there. They are able to split it up. It's going to help them come back, even though blue team did just get this midpoint. If they're able to hold sides for a little bit, it's going to bring them back to an even score.
And we've got a down Kaboom right next to Soundbite and Skyrene. A little bit of help coming in from Ovi. Are they going to be able to get him up in time? It looks like he's got a good chance to, but that is a lot of damage coming in from a couple. Here comes I'm a Pimp to help out once more, but Kaboom goes down to the stomp. Skyrene picking up the kill on that, and I'm Pimp and Ovi backing off from the 3v2 fight that they've got going on there. But here comes Kruk from the side, coming up behind I'm a Pimp. I'm Pimp now in a bit of trouble here as... he is fighting a couple of the people there. Kruk moving right on over to take Svanir finally. Someone going for the Svanir buff. Looks like blue is going to try and pick that up here and try and get some of this point difference from being 2 points to none. Oh, Ovi is coming out. Kruk decides to stealth and go for the mine point instead, letting them go for that. But Ovi senses it and goes right back to the mine.
And they were actually able to get that decap on mine right there. Really good play by Kruk. And the mid is actually, it looks like there's going to be a little 1v1 right there, but all the action's actually still going down at pretty much Henge right now.
Henge is the big fight. I'm a Pimp, Matrix E trying to fight Skyrene, and Soundbite in for this point. It's not going to look good for the blue team right now until they get some help here. There's Nothing E about to go down, but here comes Thersuni too to help destroy this Henge control. Nothing E stomped. And that's going to be the point secured in the hand of red for just a little bit longer here. Soundbite running into a lot of trouble. He's down himself. Here comes the stomp attempt from Pimp. And down goes Soundbite as well. He is dead. And that leaves very, very secured Henge. And now a chance to pick up Chieftain for the red team as well. Skyrene is mowed and very, very low, going down himself. Here comes the stomps from I'm a Pimp. Going to go ahead and get that as well, leaving a free Chieftain for the red team unless blue can get there to engage it.
Absolutely, being able to pick up this Chieftain is going to help them secure a bigger point advantage, and then more than likely we're going to see a bunch of people heading over to keep, maybe some back to Henge to help them cap that, or not cap it, but defend it a little bit.
Red's keeping a nice 50-point advantage here. Kaboom now running in trouble now that Nothing E is there in mid to finish him off after Barry did a little bit of damage but lost the fight. We've got Ovi against Kruk over in the mine. Kruk continuing to stay on this outer point, trying to keep it out of the control of red team, hoping that the rest of his team can do something about the Henge and keep. Meanwhile, up in the keep, Nothing E still fighting Kaboom there. Nothing E running into a lot of trouble, taking so much damage. And he's down now. Is he going to be able to get stunned by Kaboom? Is Kaboom going to... No, Nothing E is back up. Very nice recovery there.
Yeah, the looks are a really good play. Everyone is making their way up. We kind of see that battle taking place on the stairs right there. Red team has Soundbite and Skyrene down. Soundbite was able to get back up just maybe for a little bit. I don't know. He might be able to stay up and help mid, but Nothing E is back down.
Yeah, and Skyrene did get stumped. Soundbite is down, not really doing much help. Nothing E is basically alone against 3 from the red team here. And that's going to spell trouble as here's Stericoni doing enough damage to knock him down. They're going to go for the stomp with On Pimp here. He's going to try and get that stomp, and there it goes. Nothing E's down. That's going to be a point to the red team. Now, Henge has been recaptured by the blue team. That's helping them out quite a bit there. But they are losing these fights right now and not going to have a great time of coming back if it continues with this momentum the red team has.
Yeah, and red team will be getting mid right here. With all the people heading over to mine, they might be able to get this cap on mine, especially with Ovi and Matrix coming in. Kruk is off the point and down, and they're even gonna be pulling Svanir right now. So red team at that 2-point advantage and pulling Svanir. Blue team doesn't look like they're sending anyone to contest it. So they're gonna get a little bit more ahead and maybe send some more people to help defend that as well.
So here's I'm a Pimp trying to fight one-on-one with Barrack Tank here in the middle point as they try to hold this in favor of the red team. They've got a great point advantage now, and if they continue to hold this 2-to-1 point advantage, they're going to sit cozy for the remainder of this match as long as they can hold these points. But it's definitely something that blue team could come back from. They're just going to have an uphill battle for it.
Yeah, blue is doing really well. I mean, the red team's going down. Matrix is taking a lot of damage. They both are getting a little bit of backup here at top. Red team looks like they're losing right now. Blue team's doing pretty well. Right here in mid, at least, not overall. You know, blue team could still come back. Maybe send someone mine. You just have OV over there protecting it. But they are going to try this mid point.
Been doing a great job of 1v1ing Krunk, and Soundbite looks like he's about to get stomped here, but hey, he gets it right back up with a nice bit of revive action going there, and still contesting this point, but not quite neutralizing it yet. Only 75 points left for the red team to get. Chieftain is back up now. If red team can sneak that, they're going to have a huge lead and be very comfortable for the rest of this. Blue team really needs to clear up these points and get back into this match.
Yeah, red team, they were able to, they're getting the CC, they're really good. The Elixir R is going down, so Kaboom might be able to get back up really quick here. Yep, he's right back up. Thankfully, that Elixir R is doing a lot of work. Really strong skill, very long cooldown though. And we do have the Spirit of Nature out for red as well if anyone else goes down. And Matrix E is actually there to help back them up.
Unfortunately, blue team is quickly running out of time in this match. They are being forced off this point. Krunk's having to leave. Soundbite is low. Skyrene is getting 1v1 by Kaboom for quite a bit of damage to him. And that's going to be so dangerous as Skyrene goes down. Soundbite's trying to help. Is it going to be enough? It does get him up in time before the stomp goes down. Plenty of delay on that, but Soundbite is also very low. Skyrene shrouded, trying to stay alive here. Soundbite being chased down so desperately. Barrack Tank is here to help him, and it's going to be... knocked away from the revive, and here comes the stomp attempt. Is he going to get it off in time? And down it goes. Soundbite is stopped, and that gives the win to the red team. 501 points to 352, giving them a nice 1-0 advantage in this best-of-3 match.
And You Are the Future just doing fantastic. Every game we've seen them play, they've just been winning fights left and right. Every team's having a lot of problem going against them. I'm kind of scared because, you know, when QD was doing well, when Zeph was doing well, you know, all these Shatter Mesmers are coming out of the woodwork. So yeah, everyone started playing Shatter Mesmer. But here you have Saturconi, you know, just doing really well with Phantasm. So I'm afraid I'm going to be going into a lot of solo queue matches, and everyone's going to be playing Phantasm Mesmer now.
You do see plenty of people following through with whatever works in tournaments. It quickly becomes the meta into solo queues and such like that. We're going to go ahead and play our video for Fofire and give you a quick introduction onto this map here as I switch over to the camera for that. Alright, here we go. Preview video for Fofire.
Team fights galore. This is the legacy of the Fofire. The legacy of the Fofire is the last of the maps in competitive rotation. On this map, the secondary objective is the Guild Lord that spawns for both teams. The Guild Lord resides in their team's respective starting zone and awards 150 points when slain. Not to be underestimated, however, the Guild Lord is a mighty warrior, accompanied by an entourage of 2 casters with powerful lightning abilities and 2 soldiers. In order to reach the enemy team's Guild Lord, you must break down one of the 2 entrances to the enemy team's keep and battle his companions whilst attempting to take his life. There are 2 different strategies that teams will often employ in Conquest. One strategy is attacking the side points in order to force teams to spread their forces thin and risk getting overwhelmed at one point, and the other is to play center and close. In general, most team compositions will either favor towards more mobility or more sustainability. Often, it can be very hard for teams to neutralize a point once it has been taken, and as such, it is vital importance to force opportunities where you can hold a point for a very long time, or where your opponent cannot hold theirs. Hope you were paying attention, soldier. Lesson's over. Battle's about to begin.
Introduction to Faux Fire. Here we go, right back into the Guild Wars client here. And we will get right in here as soon as we can get everyone readied up. If you'll go ahead and let them know we're ready. Shouldn't have any changes to lineups in here. Everyone looks to be running the same thing they were running before.
Yeah, no one was able to, no one switched out anything. So we're going to be seeing the same exact builds. Last game we saw with You Are the Future, they did extremely well in the mid graveyard point. So looking forward to seeing how being OP is hard counters that. They might have some tricks up their sleeve. Actually, no, yep, same exact builds, everything. I thought something might have changed for a second, but we're seeing everything else. So I'm just waiting for the players to ready up.
All right, what do you think is going to happen in this match? Okay, never mind. This is the second match of the best of three between between who? Between You Are the Future charity and
Being OP is hard.
thank you. Being OP is hard. And, of course, Red Team did take the first, so Charity is ahead by 1 point. If they win this, they move on to the finals. Otherwise, if Blue Team wins this, they move on to the third round of this best of three. So looking at the split as we go here, looks like 2 going down to the quarry for the Red Team, 1 going up to the waterfall, and 2 to the graveyard, 1, 3, and 1 for the Blue Team. As we look right in on this fight for the graveyard right away. I'm Pip already right smack in the middle of this match.
Oh, wow, and Kruk goes down immediately at range from Ovi. He runs in, and Ovi and Sadar just instantly took him down. 1 second.
Okay, well, unfortunately... Oh,
Looks like we have a problem.
apparently there's a problem with Kruk's weapons. We'll see about that in just a second. In the meantime, there's quite a issue going on in the mid-fight here. We're going to go ahead and have a quick restart on this map. Sorry about the wait, everyone. Bugs happen, and we will get right back into this game as soon as we can. That explains why he went down quite so quickly. That was very... well, there's...
Red team wins a capture point.
There's a bit of a debate going on here. We'll go ahead and...
No, we're just going to restart. We already called it, so
Okay.
yeah, we're going to restart.
It is a restart. In the meantime, while we're waiting for that, once you get... there we go. Red team wins. We'll get right started on this as soon as we can. Thank you for your patience, everyone. And we'll get going once again very shortly here. So, what I was about to ask you before that started off, Sean, is... what do you think these teams are going to be doing differently from what they did in the last match to try and secure a win more easily or try and get the win?
Sorry, I was just trying to take care of that. Yeah, he actually called it right at the beginning of the game. He's like, my weapons are bugged. He called it at the beginning and no one saw it. Or I kind of saw it, and then runs in, just obliterated.
Okay. Bear with us as we get the correct map reset back up here. In the meantime, to remind everyone, this is the Tower Dive TV / SOAC weekly tournament that will be happening every Sunday. This is the first of them, and we are in the semifinals in the match between You Are the Future charity against it's not easy being OP. Being OP is hard. That's it. Oh my goodness, these team names, I cannot keep them straight today. But we're gonna get sorted out here very shortly. Get back onto Faux Fire and be going right into the next match here as soon as we can get the arena set to the right map. It'll just be a minute. In the meantime, in case anyone from chat has questions, we'll entertain those for a little bit while we wait on it. Once again, if anyone's been missing, my name is Filibuster Fox, and with me today is Sean Android Buell. And we are the casters today. So we're waiting on questions to come in here on the chat and see what happens. I'm not unsure of my partner name. It's Sean Android Buell. just hard to say.
Sean Buell, Android, Sean Android Buell.
Yeah, any sort of way. It's Android, it's also Sean Buell, it's all of those above. I know my partner's name, I just can't say it. I'm running on brain juices today. Well, you know, the first time I casted with him, I pronounced it like 7 different ways. And, I had to learn it. I usually have to think about it before I say his last name. I don't know what it is, that name's very hard to me.
Yeah, no, it's very hard for telemarketers too.
Hold on to your points. Seize
Hey,
theirs.
Mr. Buell.
Well,
Buell. That's cool.
do you know mine? Have you seen it? It's one that
It's
will beat
Goring?
most people.
Goring?
Nope, Garing.
Gary?
Yeah, it's weird. So I'm used to the mispronunciation woes. Alright, so looks like we'll just have to press through one more match here. And then we'll be right back into Faux Fire to resume the semifinal match.
That feels good.
Just one. Wait. There we go. I wasn't switching right away, so I was confused. I was like, it's bugged. So we just gotta switch it one more time.
One more time, and then we're to the right one. Close, Yigwak. That was very close to getting the name correct there. Alright, so we are waiting on just to get this restarted, and we'll be good to go here. Very close to being ready. Thank you for your patience, everyone. And we will get to the proper map, and we will be good to go once again.
The match starts soon.
Cool. And you were the future charity. That was actually really good. They didn't throw a fit or anything. I mean, they were kind of sad because they did really good there in the beginning, but they let the game restart. So thanks for being great sports for that. We won't be doing a restart for being OP as hard again if they don't swap out their weapons right or glitches. We're just gonna play.
Yeah, that is the restart. Takes way too much time, and we're already behind schedule.
Yep.
Svanier's return.
All right, so we're back onto the correct map again.
All right, here we go once again in the second of the best of 3 match between You Are the Future Charity and It's Hard Being OP. I get it right
Being
there?
OP is hard.
Golly! I cannot keep it straight today. I need that in front of me. I need a second monitor so I can just have it up and look at it. Oh, good lord. Okay, into the legacy of the Faux Fire once again. As soon as both teams can ready up, we'll be getting started. And hopefully we'll be very, very quick. In the meantime, thank you everyone for your patience, and we're getting right back into this match. Soon. For those of you maybe joining us late, there is a 1-0 advantage in favor of URTF.
Yeah, having 3 monitors is pretty awesome. I just got them, and I love it so much.
Yeah, I have another monitor. I just need a bigger desk first, because I don't actually have room on my desk for another monitor. So, here we go, getting started pretty shortly here. And, just waiting for everyone to ready up. Needs a little tick mark next to their name when they're ready. Okay, here we go. About 10 seconds before this match gets started. The second of the best of 3 match in the semifinals of You Are the Future Charity against Being OP is Hard.
And we're going to start it up. Maybe not seeing the same splits. I'm not sure if Croc's going to try and rush that again. They kind of got the first setup, like they're both aware of their setup, so...
Alright, and here goes a split. 1 Ranger going down to the quarry, and looks like Crux will be looking again to go right to the quarry. 2 going to the graveyard, and 2 from the red team going to the waterfall. 3 from the blue team going to the graveyard to contest that, so that's going to be a bit of a rough start for I'm a Pimp, but if he can stay alive long enough in that point, that can give a great advantage to the red team at the waterfall.
And yeah, they did switch up the splits a little bit. Satterconey going waterfall instead of quarry this time, and so they're able to secure waterfall. They might be able to get quarry if no, Kruk is just doing work on Ovi right now.
And Kruk is definitely doing work on Ovi, giving a lot of damage in there. The middle point looks to be fairly evenly contested here for now, so we'll have a look at the core real fast to see if there's any action going down there, see if there's going to be a quick finish here for either of these two. Ovi is in a lot of trouble here. Kruk almost at completely full health, just continuing to beat down Ovi as best as he can. Looks like Kruk's got a good chance of taking this point. Meanwhile, back in the middle point here, we've got Nothing E and Barrack Tank in that point, but they just left it here. Kaboom and State are going right into the point. Skyreen is down and stomped, and Nothing E and Barrack Tank are both trying to fight for this point here, managing to get in there before Red Team could flip it back over to their side after all the blue teams had left the point.
Yeah, and again, Red Team just doing fantastic on all their mid fights. Kaboom goes down, instantly gets back up. They have really good coordination with this team right here. When something happens, like everyone on their team is instantly aware, and they're able to react just almost right on time.
And Barrack Tank very, very low, in danger of being killed there, and down he goes. And let's see, Soundbite is going to fight Matrix E for the waterfall here, but he's very, very low here. But he's got some help in the form of Nothing E coming in as well. Soundbite's low. Is Matrix E going to be able to get down Soundbite and be able to fight this 2v1 here? He's got a fairly decent chance going, but he's taking so much damage and being crowd controlled. But here comes Kaboom to even out the fight. I'm a Pimp right behind him as Skyreen comes in. Matrix E and Soundbite both went down, but Soundbite got the revive up, and Matrix E also up as well. It's going to be a very close fight here as it continues on. Soundbite once again going down. Matrix E as well. Both these squishy people going down very quickly. And Nothing E very low as well, getting down as well. Looks like the favor of the fight is going into the red team. And we got Nothing E still down. Soundbite is back up now, but it does look like it's red team with a slight advantage here at the waterfall fight. They do have the graveyard and all 3 points in favor of the red team. Just a dominating lead at this point now. 114 points to 0, 117, and climbing up as they continue to have all 3 points capped. Waterfall is now neutralized at the very least. Blue team getting that out of their hands so they're not losing so quickly. They've really got to push one of these fights into a victory and start taking these points back.
Yeah, Red Team is just almost invincible. No one on their team wants to die. They get down and they instantly come back up. Kaboom is dying in that Elixir R right there, but they're actually able to get him knocked out. Soundbite was able to get him knocked out of the Elixir R right there. And stops him from coming up. It was fantastic.
Very nice stomp from Skyreen picking that up there. And in comes Soundbite to the midpoint to help against Sator Coney. It's 3 on the blue team. He's finally getting a bit of coordination going here and getting these points retaken. Waterfall is, of course, neutralized, and they're 3-on-1 in this middle point. But here comes Ovi to help out, and is now 2-on-3, and going to be a nice even fight as long as Sator Coney can stay alive. But he's about to go down here. Oh, almost. There he goes. Now he's down. But Ovi's right there to revive him up very quickly. Knocked away, but he should be able to get up without any problem here. Soundbite and Nothing E both very low, trying to fight for this point as best they can as Skyreen comes in to help them out.
Yeah, and like I was saying, our red team just really, they are not going down. Look at them mid, everyone's going down. On blue team, they're getting all the stomps. They're aware of what's going on, and I think their communication just has to be top notch with all the plays that we've seen from them this game. Over at Waterfall, we actually have that 1v1 going on, but I'm a Pimp's doing a great job at just keeping Barrack out of the point.
Indeed. They did lose Quarry to the blue team, but they still hold on to the graveyard, and they're handily winning these team fights. And that's giving them this huge 200-point advantage they have. I mean, if they can just get 100 more points, they can go to the Lord without even caring, because the blue team just has no points so far. They're at 27 points, almost 5 minutes into this match.
Yeah, I don't even think they're going to need to do a Lord Rush. I mean, they have such a point lead. I don't think they want to risk that by going to Lord and maybe losing all of them. I guess they could, because even if they were to lose everything, they could probably just come back and take it with how far ahead they are right now. Blue team's really going to need to get some decaps going.
Both of these teams have been having a lot of trouble flipping these points, and they're both very tanky and very good at maintaining these points, either neutralized or in their favor, staying on and not giving it up. If they lose all 3 points to the blue team, they're going to have a lot of trouble getting them back. However, they've got this huge lead to do it with. And right now, Graveyard's contested. Blue team's taking back the Waterfall, so they're actually getting a point income at least. But it does not look terribly good for them. It's 2v2 fight, Kruk and Nothing E against Kaboom and Ovi over for the Quarry. Meanwhile, I'm a Pimp trying his best with Matrix E to keep this point in the middle here, Graveyard, in their favor here. They're now at 250 to 50 points. 200-point advantage consistently through this match is huge. It's going to be so hard for the blue team to make anything happen off the back of this start.
And I'm a Pimp has just been fantastic every game. I'm not sure if you guys have been able to see it, but he's been so good at like setting up kills for his team. The Ring of Warding with this hammer, he was able to get people locked up, and then the Chains of Light with the Scepter, he gets people locked up. And the communication that they're having where he locks someone up and then they just get bursted is just fantastic.
Well, red team has retaken the quarry. There's a little bit of effort from Crunk to try and fight that off, but he's not going to do very well here. He's got 3 on him now. He's stealthing to try and stay alive. He does a great job of that. Crux always does a fantastic job of using his stealth to the best aspect to just stay alive, heal up, and take his time. Seraconi going down on the red team, but he's right back up almost instantly. And just so very hard to get any of these red teams out of the fight. And that's just leading to constant fight here. And Kruk managing to take down Kaboom and going for the stomp right here. Not quite able to get it, but up goes Kaboom once again from the Elixir. And he's just fighting off Kruk here as best as he can for the quarry as Ovi comes in to help out.
And that was a little bit of a weird play from Soundbite right there. He throws down that Elixir, but no one was even close to going down. So they were able to blast finish it for some retail. But a little bit of a waste of that Elixir R right there.
We're just a few points away from that 350-point mark where a Lord kill will result in a victory for the red team. Only 100 points on the blue team. They don't have to go to Lord. They've got this dominating point lead. Once again, they've got 2 points to 1 point again in this match. And as long as they can hold these, they're going to handily win and not even have to leave, even have to touch the doors for the blue base.
Yeah, blue team... maybe need to stop trying to focus mid. They definitely need pressure there, but without trying to hold back point, they're really not going to be able to catch up in these points. If they're able to kind of push both mid and side point, as hard as that is, it's kind of what they need to get back in this game.
Well, Kaboom's running into a lot of trouble as Kruk came up from behind and does all the damage that he does. He's certainly a heavy damage dealer, but knocked away from the stomp to be nice and safe there. But are they going to be able to follow up on it and get Kaboom out of this fight? Yes, the stomp goes down on Kaboom, and that's going to help out the blue team a little bit in fighting this out. But we still have I'm a Pimp and Matrix E here holding this point, and it's going to be so hard to get them off of here. They've been immovable this whole time. Only 80 points left for the red team to win this. I'm a Pimp is down. Matrix trying to get him back up. Are they going to be able to get the stomp down on I'm a Pimp and maybe be able to take this point? But now it's 3 points, all 3 points capped against the blue team. Only 6.5 minutes left. Even if they get all 3 points, they'll have problems getting enough points to actually win this in time if they're the blue team. Only 45 points to go.
And again, red team right there. Soundbite about to go down, throws down the Elixir R. He's sitting at around like 600 health. And red team just stops DPSing him. They let the Elixir R field finish before going back onto him and focusing him. They might have been down on knockbacks or something, but that was just a fantastic play by You Are the Future right there.
Yeah, they have great coordination and take this win, going 2-0 in the semifinal match. That's a very, very solid win. They won the other one by a good bit, but this one was dominating on their part. They did fantastically. And we're about to be going into the opposite match on the semifinals, and it looks like You Are the Future charity will be moving on to the finals.